welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a good day. Happy Sunday. This is 44 Collector. First I want to say, guys, happy 4th of July. I hope you guys had a ton of fun yesterday. A couple of things I wanted to talk about today, but before I even get into that, man, I wanted to say that last weekend was a ton of fun. I got to finally attend a card show. I haven't been to one in a really long time, so I went to the front row card show that they had there in Glendale, Arizona. And it took place at the Cardinals Stadium. So, man, it was a ton of fun, guys. I had so much fun. It was packed. I'm not gonna lie. There was I'd say about 750 tables, and it was packed. I mean, it was shoulder to shoulder in most cases walking around in there. I mean, it was tough to get around. I saw a lot of really cool cards. I'm not gonna lie, man. There was a ton of Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon everywhere. So I'm glad to see that's making a big comeback. That's pretty cool. Man, I will say the first couple of tables that I went through there, there was a few cards that I wanted to pull the trigger on, man, and I was like, I can't do it. I just got here, you know what I mean? I got to walk around and see what's here. And thankfully, I was able to purchase one, and it was at the very end of the show, man. I'm not gonna lie, there was like 2 rows left, and you know, I needed to come across something that was gonna really catch my attention, you know. And this one did for sure, and so I was glad I was able to pull the trigger on it. But I'm not going to tell you what it is, because I'm not going to spoil it, so I'll try to share that with you guys on the next video. I will say it's a test issue, so I was really happy to grab this. But a ton of fun. Like I said, a lot of people. Man, I seen some people dropping quite a bit of money on the table, man, for some of those cards. I was like, wow, you know, but it was fun. It was a really good experience, and I had a blast. But man, the 2 things that I wanted to get into today, and I know on one of my last videos I mentioned that I had a lot of ungraded cards. I've got a lot of them just sitting there, you know, in penny sleeves and semi-rigid, some in top loads. And for a while, you know, I've been kind of kicking it around. Do I want to send these in and get graded, or do I want to just keep them like that and maybe stick them in some Mag Pros and have some fun with them, you know? And that was finally what I chose to do, right? I got kind of turned off with, you know, just paying that extra money on them to get them graded, plus having to wait a really long time to get my cards back. That's just not something I like to do. And so I just decided to pull the trigger on the Mag Pros, and I'm glad I did, and was finally able to get some labels made. You know, the majority of my cards that I get, like my ungraded stuff, comes through like Greg Morris or Dean Cards, right? So it comes from reputable sellers, and everything I buy, whether it's graded or ungraded, it's all in that same condition, you know. So it doesn't really matter to me whether if they're graded or ungraded. You know, I was kicking around, should I get some labels made, should I not? And I finally went ahead and was able to get some done. I tried doing them myself, and I completely screwed it up, man. I couldn't get it right. So I finally reached out to one of our local shops here that was able to do some for me, and this is what they came out like. I think they're pretty cool, man. They got the 44 Collector on there, and on the back here it's got the little barcode there that you can scan to go to the channel. So super cool, man. I think this is a lot of fun, right? Doing, you know, collecting this way makes it interesting. A card's a card, right? So I was really happy to get these made, and I think they look great in these Mag Pros, man. I think they look awesome. And the next thing that I wanted to touch base with you guys was on the 67 O-Pee-Chee set. I'm a big, huge fan of the O-Pee-Chee cards. You know, anything from like the 65 to 79. I really enjoy collecting those, and I've been able to pick up quite a few here lately for very reasonable prices. Like I said, I am all for, you know, if I've got to go pay, let's say, you know, a couple $100 on, you know, for an O-Pee-Chee card in a 6 or something like that, I can pick it up for 80, 90, 100 bucks ungraded in the same condition. I'll do that all day, you know. But I wanted to go over the 1967 O-Pee-Chee set, and I just wanted to touch up a little bit on this set here. So the cards in the 196 card Canadian set are nearly identical in design to the 1967 top set, except the words printed in Canada are found on the back in the lower right corner. Cards measure 2.5 by 3.5. The 1967 O-Pee-Chee set parallels the first 196 cards of the Topps checklist. So basically it's the first 196 cards that Topps printed, O-Pee-Chee printed the first 196 cards of that set. So if you're fortunate enough to find a guy that you like to collect, a big Hall of Famer or something like that, that comes in that first 196 cards, you're in luck, you know. And I will say, man, these 67 O-Pee-Chees are pretty tough to come by. I know the 65, 66 come around a little often. The 68 and 69s, you can pick those up a little bit more often too, but it seems like these 67s are really tough to pick up, man. I mean, they're not easy to grab. I miss a couple in the set that I would like to have. Like, I like to have the Stargell, the Mantle would be the other one that I'd like to have. But I've got 3 cards here that I want to share with you guys now. This first one is the LK line, and man, look how cool that looks, man. Those are just awesome labels. Beautiful card. And as you can see right here on the bottom, guys, right there, you can see that Canada print on there. And so that is a gorgeous 67 LK line O-Pee-Chee. And these are very scarce, guys. I pulled up the pop report here on the LK line and PSA. They've only graded 23, and SGC's only graded 3. So I mean, you're looking at a total of 26 cards altogether that have ever been graded. You know, so that just kind of goes to show you guys how tough these 67 O-Pee-Chees are to come by. They're not easy, and this card is in beautiful condition. So I'm glad to have this one in the collection. And the next one that I wanted to share with you guys here was the Frank Robinson. Another gorgeous card. And I'll flip it around the back here so that you guys can see the Canada print on there. But just beautiful, man. I mean, in very, very good, great condition. And the pop on this Frank Robinson here, PSA is graded 21. And SGC has graded 3, right? So for a grand total of 24 cards between PSA and SGC, right? I'm sure there's some other grading companies out there that have a few, but I just went with PSA and SGC. But again, you can see how rare some of these cards are, you know? And one of the last ones I wanted to share with you guys here was the Eddie Matthews. And again, right, you can see that Canada print down there at the bottom. Gorgeous card, man. Absolutely beautiful. And the Eddie Matthews has a total of 42 cards that have been graded through PSA and a total of 6 through SGC. So you're looking at 48 cards there that have been graded through between the 2 grading companies, you know. And I do have a duplicate of the Eddie Matthews, and this is in an SGC 6. Again, beautiful card there, you guys. You can see the Canada print again down at the bottom. So I do have a couple of the Eddie Matthews. And I'll tell you, I bought this one some time back, and when this Eddie Matthews came up here, I paid quite a bit less. I mean, for I'd say $30, $40 less for this card. And I didn't have to pay a whole lot for the SGC 6, but I got this one even cheaper, and I still think this one's in better condition. So again, you know, the 67 O-Pee-Chee cards are pretty tough to come by. And the other 2 I'd like to have out of there is the Willie Stargell and the Mantle. So I'm keeping an eye out for them. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Wasn't a whole lot of cards to show, and I know the majority of you guys know, you know, a lot about these O-Pee-Chee cards, but it's just something I wanted to share with you guys. And it goes to show how scarce these O-Pee-Chee cards are. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the labels. I think they came out awesome. And you guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.